Have you ever watched a movie and based on your busy schedule, the fact that you just don't like watching trash, regretted immediately that you watched it? Have you ever felt like, oh, I missed this series, I missed this show, I missed this, because I don't have anybody I can really rely on to know if this is worth my time or not. I got kids, I got bills, I got a job or jobs, and I really don't have time to lollygag for a bad movie or a bad show. I've been there, and so I have done the legwork. Welcome to my channel. If you are an existing member, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And we are going to get to these movies, these series. I'm going to give you my opinion on whether I feel like it is worth watching, if it's a fun watch, but maybe not so much of a critically acclaimed movie, or if it's something that you need to run and go see. You do not want to be missing in the conversation. Let's get right into it. First up, today we're going to be reviewing Oloture. Essentially, Oloture is a story of a writer, journalist who works for a paper, and she's trying to uncover a story on sex trafficking. And the sex trafficking is done through prostitution, and specifically I believe it's in Lagos, Nigeria, right? If it's incorrect, I'll put the correct place here. And she basically goes undercover as one of the prostitutes who gets involved in this ring where they get girls and promise them heaven and earth. They're going to go to Europe and basically have a better life, and in exchange they just have to do the prostitution they've been already doing. Oloture basically gets in way over her head. Background: Oloture started as a movie. The first film is on Netflix. Go ahead and watch it. You should definitely watch it. Amazing. Some of the standout cast in it is Sharon Ooja. Shout out Sharon Ooja. I can't remember her. She just got married. It's an N. It's S-O-N is the initials though. I'll put it right here. Shout out to her. Congratulations. Y'all are so cute. Her and her Odogu Silencer just got married. She's the lead in the series. There's a lot of other people. I'm going to give the characters. I'm going to give you the pros and cons. And then I'm going to give you my rating, whether I feel like don't waste your time. If it's just a fun watch, but don't be too critical about it. Ain't going to give critically acclaimed. Or if it is something you need to run and watch, it was all over, very well done. Okay? First, we're going to go into the characters.
Sharon Ooja as Oloture, Beverly Osu as Kpeju, who's one of the prostitutes, Daniel Etimefyong as Tony, Amoni Oboli as Alero, the Madame, Adebukola Oladipupo as Beauty, Ikechukwu Onunaku as Chooks, Patrick Doyle as Sir Philip, Efa Iwara as Femi, Stan Nze as Ben, Amara Ono as Andrew, and then we have here all of the Predators: Tony, Alero, Femi, the Raiders, Madame, Sir Philip, and Musa.
Pros of the film. Pros are, I'm going to say the cast was perfect. I felt like the women that they casted, even to play undercover, Sharon Ooja as the undercover girl, chose to play the governors, the politicians. Now, Daniel Etimefyong, typically to me, he's not really a villain type of guy. I feel like he gives good guy or kind of like fine boy vibes, or like corporate bad guy. You know what I mean? But not really villain. But I did think he did really well. Like he pissed me off. He did pretty good as a villain. It wasn't 100%. I'll give him like 85%. You know what I mean? He still had that kind of like, oh, you don't want to be that mean to them. You know what I mean? So the pros in general, I feel like the casting was done well. Like everybody was casted. Nobody was really in a role where I was just like, no, I don't believe. Even if I've seen them in other roles, they acted their role to the T. So that's one pro. Second pro, I'm gonna give you 3 pros. The second pro I'm gonna say is the way they shot it. The locations of everything was believed. I felt like I was there. I was everywhere they were at. From where they were in Lagos, from when they were transporting them, every time they ran into any type of obstacle or issue, anytime they got into any type of accident, anytime they ran into a villain, the different countries that they were supposed to be in, the travels, they went through that. I don't know. I don't think anything was green screen, anything was fake. And if it was, I mean, as far as Nigerian movies go, disclaimer, we can throw this, oh,
Nigerians don't know how to make movies. Oh, it's so predictable.
Can we just throw that out the window and just enjoy a good series, a good film? And if it's not, it's a bad series, it's a bad film. It doesn't have anything to do with the Nigerian tag on it, because at this point, like, it's been so many exceptional films. Like, please, I don't want to hear rubbish. Okay. I mean, of course, give your opinion and stuff, but I'm a combat it. Wonderfully shot. The locations was like, I believed everything. It was so real. It felt so real. And it wasn't like, you know how sometimes in movies, they have people who are generally well put together, really beautiful, and then they try to dirty them up, but it just doesn't give, it gives makeup. It gives like, I can tell you just put makeup on this person to try to make them look dirty. They don't really look, no, everybody looked like they were going through hell. The people that were polished look polished. The people that looked like they were supposed to be Ashawo look like Ashawo. The people that were supposed to be going through a nightmare in the desert, in the water, in the whatever, they looked like it. Like, it was, I don't know. I need to find out who directed it. I'm going to put that here also. The editing, the hair and makeup, well done. Like, I'm so impressed. I was hooked. I felt like I was watching a documentary, like a documentary on sex trafficking, and somebody was filming their life. 3, I feel like I'm kind of giving you guys how I feel about the movie, but it's okay. We're going to walk through it. I would say another pro, the message. The message in it seemed very authentic. Like I said, I felt like I was watching a documentary on sex trafficking, human trafficking, and the different things that can happen. It didn't feel like a movie. Like, it felt, even though I know like these are actors, I know Sharon Oja is not going, but everyone just did what they were supposed to do. Like, everyone acted. I didn't catch anyone acting. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you see a character, I can see you acting there. It doesn't look natural. Everything they were going through, it seemed like they were really going through it, and they just put themselves through it for this movie, and it was amazing. So the cons, one con I would say, well, I guess this isn't really a con. I wish it was a little longer. I want to know what else is going on. Now, I feel like this isn't really a con, because I kind of think this might be a series. Like, this might come back. It can definitely continue, right? So I want them to unfold what happens to one of the characters that loses her sister. I want them to unfold. I want to know more about the villain. Like, is he really this evil guy? Because a part of me saying that it was 85% evil, I felt like there was a part of him that's not as wicked. There's a line that he says to one of the people that are under him in the movie, right? And mind you, y'all, while I'm telling this movie, I don't want to spoil it completely, right? I'm gonna give little nuggets here and there, but it's not a complete spoiler. So you can still go watch it and you'll still be surprised. I think he has more to him, more depth to him, more heart to him. Like, there's always a reason why a villain becomes a villain. So I want to know more about that. So if there's no other series after this, then that's a con, because what happened to these characters? Who are they? Why did they become this way? And I would say another con, although I feel like this is accurate with what people go through when they try to get from Nigeria to Europe in that way. I feel like they do probably encounter all those things. That's why a lot of people die along the way. But I kind of felt like, damn, it was so many villains. It was almost like, and I believed everybody, but at a point it was like, like, dang, can they get a break? They cannot get a break. Like, it was like villain after villain after villain, and all the villains wanted to like kill them. It wasn't any like, oh, we got into a tussle. It was like they all wanted to kill them or put them into slavery, or just crazy stuff. Which, I mean, I imagine that's how it really is. That's what I've heard. So that could be very accurate. If it's not quite that, I would say it was a lot of it. I wanted my people to get a break. Like, my God. Now, what my highlight I would say is there's a part in the movie in the desert, and everyone acted. Stanze is in it also. I mean, in Zaria, he did amazing also. One of the characters, something happens to one of the characters, and Sharon, the emotion, like, oh my God, I cried. Everybody was crying. Like, it seemed like an impossible situation, but the way she cried, I don't know. Like, Sharon, you acted. Like, I always thought she's a natural actress, but that was, I felt it. She did incredible. So that was my highlight. Like, when I think about the movie and that's just an example of how real it felt. It felt like a documentary. I felt like I'm watching these people's lives and somebody happened to catch them while they were going through this. It did not feel like a movie. I feel like by now you guys know what my rating is. My 3 categories are: don't waste your time, it's just a fun watch, or it's a must watch. You do not want to miss this conversation. It's a must watch. Oloture, the movie, the series, just whoever wrote this, I'll put it here. The writer, the director, the actors, the circumstances, the people who did the set. I was so, like, I was just so, yes, like, I've always been somebody who gave grace to Nigerian movies because I could see the acting ability, or I could see the storyline, and it's just like, we just need to tweak this or fix this, and this was perfection. I'm sorry, perfection. Yes, the bad guys were really, really stressing me out. Like, it was like, okay, yes, I wanted some other characters developed, but really and truly, like, the movie was, like, almost flawless to me. Like, go see it. 12 out of 10, recommend. It's like a documentary. Be ready, have your tissue, have your popcorn, have something to drink, have somebody near you, remove your children, don't say I didn't want you. Incredible. Have to watch it. You have to watch it. It's on Netflix right now. Bless yourself and go watch it. That is it, you guys. Let me know if you agree with the pros, the cons. Let me know if you had any critiques of the movie, or if you loved it as much as I did. Would you recommend it? And any other movies that you want me to give my opinion on and my rating, and I will gladly oblige you. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you like this video, if you like my content. And also hit the like button, thumbs up. It helps me to get more exposure and to get people to see my videos, so I really appreciate it. Thank you. Bye. Be blessed.